All right, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. It's March 14th, 2025. Checking in on that weekend forecast because a significant storm system is on the way. All modes of severe weather are on the table. I'm going to bring it all local when we get into our Saturday forecast. But first things first, I'm going to get you out the door here this morning. A quick radar recap. We've got some high-level clouds heading our way. So we are going to see the clouds starting to increase across the area. But no storms out there this morning, even though we saw some last night. And that brought some hail and some locally heavy rain, some gusty winds, and a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. Morning temperatures start off in the 40s and 50s. It's nice. It's comfortable. That's about where we were yesterday. As we get into the lunch hour, we'll be in the mid to upper 60s. And our goal today is going to be in the mid to upper 70s. An incredibly warm day ahead of us today, but a breezy and gusty day as the wind will start to increase. And that's going to make for a nice evening. 77 degrees by 6, and we're down to about 72 degrees by 8 o'clock here tonight. The National Weather Service has issued a high wind warning that goes into effect at 8 o'clock tonight, runs through 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Winds will be out of the south 25 to 40, gusts to 80 miles per hour, and that's all associated with this next storm system. That's the size, well, it has the pressure levels anyways, of a Category 1 to Category 2 hurricane. All right, let's go ahead and take you to the weather maps and show you what we're talking about because warm, windy, high fire danger throughout the day today. Showers will be with us early Saturday morning, maybe even a couple of rumbles of thunder across the Cumberland Plateau, and then severe storms likely through the afternoon and into the evening hours. Make sure you log on to easttnweather.com or scan that QR code. That's going to get you the East Tennessee Weather app for Android or iPhone. Make sure you allow notifications and GPS location services because if you are going to be traveling, you want to be alerted of any severe weather that's moving into the area. Nothing's changed with this low since last Friday. Still expected to be incredibly strong in a low pressure system. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm system, and this is going to be the impact. Today into tomorrow, level 1, 2, 3, and 4 risk for severe storms. The bullseye seems to be across the central and northern Mississippi River Valley, St. Louis, Paducah, huge tornado risk throughout the day today, and that stretches all the way down to Birmingham, Tupelo, Jackson, Memphis, Nashville. So again, spring breakers, kids getting out of school today, not a good idea to be traveling westbound. But if you must travel, as I say, download the East Tennessee Weather app, allow no location services and GPS, and that's going to get you all the information if you are traveling out of our area for severe weather. Now, we've got a big hail risk, so not only just a tornado risk, a big hail risk. The bullseye is going to be across from Memphis to St. Louis. We also have a huge wind risk because we've got so much wind with this. And that's also across parts of the central Mississippi River Valley from St. Louis, Kansas City down to Memphis. So let me just show you the big picture, how this all evolves over time. Beautiful today, few clouds, few showers throughout the day, overnight tonight, and then severe weather tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening as that cold front tracks its way to our east. So let's bring it local as we get into our Saturday and Sunday. From the Ohio Valley all the way to the Gulf, we've got a level 1, 2, 3, and 4 risk. Here in East Tennessee, we have a level 2 and 3 risk. Very unusual this early in the season, but an enhanced risk is the darker shaded brown area, orangish area, and that does encompass most of East Tennessee. So let's go ahead and break this down into different categories. Do we have a tornado risk? Absolutely we do. We've got a lot of spin in the atmosphere, and so if we can get those storms to tap into that spin, they're going to start rotating, and that's when we get tornado warnings. So we've got 5 and a 10% probability for seeing tornadoes to break out. The best location, which I'll break down in a moment, is going to be across the plateau and the Southern Valley, which is pretty typical. Strong tornado risk. So we do have a strong tornado risk, which again is very unusual for us here in East Tennessee. Hail is going to be an issue as well. We have hail and the possibility of some wind and some very strong winds associated with this powerful jet stream, significant wind. Damaging winds are definitely looking likely. Hail, tornadoes, flooding, and flash flooding are, again, all on the table. So let's go ahead and pick up our timeline. Saturday morning, again, we're going to start off pretty quiet, but we've got some decaying storms out of Nashville that may start to work our way. So if they do, that's going to bring us some cloud coverage and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. That's what I'm talking about right there, mainly across the Cumberland Plateau. But that's noon. Let me take you from noon till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's what we have to watch out for. So noon to 7, there may be some discrete cells, individual cells that don't have any competition around it, unlike the line of storms that we're going to have Saturday night. If we were to get that to take shape, we'll have supercell thunderstorms. They'll be rotating, And yes, we'll likely have some tornado warnings. So make sure you now understand exactly where you're going to be going. I've been fielding a lot of conversations on social media about people camping. It's spring break. If you are going to be heading out and about, make sure that you look around your community, find a good, safe place to be. If you live in a mobile home, find a good place safe to be. Plan now. Get your evacuations or your emergency kits ready to go. Know exactly where you would go in your house. If you've got a basement, go into your basement, interior bathrooms or closets, never on the top floor, and make sure that your kids understand that too, because we got a lot going on here. So Saturday night, after the discrete cells, if we get those, then the line of showers and thunderstorms comes through as we get past sundown. So there's midnight, and again, this is going to be a line of storms that will likely have severe weather attached to it as well. Damaging winds, but again, can't rule out tornadoes and even some larger hail, not to mention some heavy rain. By Sunday morning, it is going to be a thing of the past. But boy, I'll tell you what, we are going to have some power outages, so make sure that you have everything charged before we go to bed on Saturday night. And again, I'll be live at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday for an update, and you can always catch the latest updates, again, with the East Tennessee Weather app. Let's talk about forecast rotation. So I mentioned that we do have that tornado risk. So with my in-house computer model, we do have some proprietary software to be able to share with you. So Saturday morning, we're doing just fine. Okay, the wind's going to be cranking, and it is going to be rather breezy and gusty. But let's go into the afternoon. Saturday from noon to 7, this is what I'm talking about. Now, we could see that before 7 o'clock because we do have storms that would fire up. And if they do fire up, they'll likely become severe. But the point of the story is we continue to have a lot of spin in the atmosphere through 7, 10 o'clock. But notice the location from Campbell County down to Cumberland County, the Cumberland Plateau, and the Northern Valley are going to be the greatest risk for tornadoes. And these could be larger tornadoes than we typically get here in East Tennessee. Something to keep in mind. So as we get past to about 2 o'clock in the morning, the threat starts to die down. So again, it's going to be basically from, let's just go Saturday afternoon through about 2 o'clock in the morning on into our Sunday. And incredible rain, so flooding and flash flooding is going to be a concern. If this were to play out, now I think we're going to get a lot more across parts of the valley and mountain counties, so don't necessarily really hone in on these numbers. But the general idea is there, where we get the heaviest rain, flooding and flash flooding concerns will definitely exist. So let's go ahead and talk about your 7-day forecast. After the storm system, more seasonable weather is on the way as we get into our, I'll say, Sunday afternoon and Monday. And then as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be back into the 70s. Another cold front swings our way, and that's going to drop our temps back to those seasonal averages right around 60 degrees. Scan the QR code right there in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Log on to easttnweather.com. Like and share everything you see on social media. And realize I'm on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, YouTube, the website, the app, and again, all social media. I'll update you throughout the day to see how things may play out. As we get more model data, we'll have more information. And again, I'll do that tomorrow morning with a live weather update starting off at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Have a great day.